This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net. Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call, and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. Raiders leading it by a score of 4-3. Colin Kerrigan out for his fifth inning of work. Vasquez, number 2 hitter, will lead it off. He's 1 for 2, singled in the third. The Western Kentucky logo, you know, that logo with the red flag sort of thing, is out in center field. There's ball 1. But it is in shallow center field. So the fielders play well back of that. 1 ball, no strikes to Vasquez. Kerrigan's pitch swung on, and that is hit into right field down the line. Brett Rogers over near the foul line will take it in for out number 1. That's 1 out in the fifth. Here's Weideman, who has struck out and been safe on a fielder's choice. Leading hitter at .434 coming into this game. Fouls this one out of play. 1 strike to count. It's a little bit past twilight time here. The pitch to the plate. Inside for a ball, 1-1. You can look out over the outfield fence, see the lights of the campus coming into play. Pitch swung on, fouled again. Again, it's out of play. 1-2. One out here in the fifth. Raiders leading 4-3. Opening game of a 3-game series here in Bowling Green. Ground ball. Kerrigan got a glove on it. That's going to be an infield hit. Right back to the mound. Kerrigan got the glove up. Just got the tip of the glove on it. Slowed it down. No chance to get the speedy Weideman. So he's at first with 1 out. That's the 5th hit for the Hilltoppers in the game, and the batter is Lazama. He is walked and fouled out. The left-handed hitter. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Kerrigan had Weideman picked off first in the third inning. The throw to second, and the runner was called safe, so that was a play they had a long review of. And the call was upheld. There's a toss over to first. Weideman did steal a base in the – they had to give him a stolen base on that, and that was his 29th of the season. Pitch to the plate is bunted. Kerrigan has it. He'll take the safe route to first. Call that a sacrifice. Pitch to first for the second out. Weideman down to second. And the batter will be Kyle Hayes, the first baseman.
Next up, first baseman number 30, Kyle Hayes.
Hayes has walked and grounded out. One of those 3 walks in the second inning that led to Western Kentucky's 3 early runs. Their only runs today. 4-3 the score. Kerrigan with the pitch. That's in there for a strike. Would not be at all surprised to see this runner attempt to steal third. And the pitch. Hit in the air to right field. Rogers going back. Can't get it. It's off the wall. A run scores. And the runner's going for 3. No throw to third. I think the throw to the cutoff man maybe was not accurate or maybe wasn't handled, but there was no throw to third. So that'll be a triple for Hayes. We'll tie the game at 4 runs apiece as Weideman comes in to score. 6 hit, 4th run off Colin Kerrigan. Runner at third, 2 outs. The batter, catcher Ross. Time call. Minnick to the mound. There's some activity in the bullpen, but that is so far away I cannot tell who might be up. I missed my bullpen spotter, Mr. Callow, with his binoculars. Plate umpire out, and that conference does not last that long. Now Coach Myers out of the dugout. He might make a change. I don't know how long that pitcher's been throwing out there. I would expect Will Jenkins to be the pitcher. And indeed, the call to the bullpen has been made. So we'll see who's coming out. Right now we have stoppage in play with a new pitcher coming in. We'll take a 1-minute break and be back to tell you about our new pitcher after this on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
So the new pitcher for the Raiders is Will Jenkins. Jenkins coming in with a runner at third, 2 outs in the 5th inning. The game tied at 4 runs apiece. Grab you some numbers on Will. Making his 13th appearance, 2-3 record with a 5.66 earned run average. Has a couple of saves. 35 innings pitched, has allowed 38 hits. 24 runs, 22 earned, He's walked 22, struck out 22. He's allowed 3 home runs. Opponents hitting .277 against the right-hander Will Jenkins. He was a Knoxville native and came to us as a transfer from Belmont. Camden Ross will be the batter. He has flied to center and struck out. We're in a 4-4 game. Ball in the bottom in the bottom of the 5th inning. Runner at third, 2 outs. And Jenkins with the pitch. That's in for a strike. 0-1. Kyle Hayes tripled off the wall in right field to drive in a run, and he's the runner at third. Oh, 0-1 count to Ross, swinging a foul out of play. 0-2. Jenkins ahead, 2 strikes. Pitches low into the turf, blocked by Minnick, 1-2. That runner leads at third. Jenkins out of the stretch. The pitch. Did he go? No. Check swing. The first base umpire says he did not go. 2-2. Now the Raiders' lead was short-lived. Raiders got a run in the top of the inning to take a 4-3 lead. Western's tied it in the bottom of the inning. It's 4-4. And the pitch to the plate. Low and inside, ball 3. So the count full on Camden Ross. Jenkins with the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball to short. Big hop. Wolf over to first, and that is out number 3. That is going to be all in the 5th. But the Hilltoppers come back with 1 run. There were 2 hits and 1 man left. So we will go to the 6th inning. We've still got a tie ball game on our hands. It's Middle Tennessee 4, Western Kentucky 4 on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Right-hander Hartman is on for his 2nd inning. He gave up the run in the 5th inning when the Raiders took the lead, but Western has tied the game, and it's 4-4. Nat Wolf will lead off in the 6th. Hartman, a hard-throwing right-hander. Wolf's been safe on an error, scored. That came back in the 2nd inning and then was called out on strikes in the 4th. Right-hander's ready, and the first pitch is inside for ball one. Wolf, Rogers, and Hayden Miller scheduled to hit here in the sixth inning. And the pitch to the plate. Strike called. It's 1-1. Well, we haven't had our first train of the night yet. I'm a little disappointed. The 1-1 pitch outside, ball two, 2-1. Outfield playing Wolf about straight away. There's ball three. So a 3-run count. Wolf steps out of the box. Settles back in and will look for a 3-1 pitch. Here it is, and it's a strike. Full count, 3-2. It's the third time Wolf has led off an inning. And a sharp smash to short. Howard eats it up over to first in time. And that's out number one here in the sixth. Matt hit it on the nose, but right at the shortstop, Howard, who made the play. And with one out, the batter is Brett Rogers. Doubled in the second and was called out on strikes in the fourth. Rogers, the left-handed hitter against the right-hander Hartman. The pitch is inside for ball one. Swing and a miss. It's a good fastball. Lower part of the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ground ball left side and off the third baseman's glove into left field. He tried to one-hand it and it skipped off his glove. That will more than likely be an error. And it has already been put on the board. That's an E5. Error on the third baseman. So Rogers at first, 1 out. The batter is Hayden Miller. He is fouled out and in the fourth inning, doubled to the wall in left center. Hartman with the pitch. Swinging a foul out of play. That'll go back over on University Avenue. 1 strike. Another foul ball. This one may be playable. It's near the Blue Raider dugout, but bounces harmlessly on the roof of the dugout. And that'll be strike 2 on Miller. Rogers at first base with 1 out. Right-hander comes set. Pitch, check swing, and he went. Plate umpire says, I got this one. Miller is down on strikes. We're out number 2. Second strikeout for Hartman. And with 2 outs, the batter is Cooper Clapp. He has walked and struck out. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. Throw to second is not in time. That's going to be a stolen base for Rogers and will be his 8th of the season. 1 strike to count. And now Western's going to appeal this. So we will have a little break here. We'll use this opportunity to pause for station identification by telling you you are listening to Middle Tennessee Baseball.
The flagship station for Middle Tennessee sports, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. The Blue Raiders play here.
Dick Palmer with you from Bowling Green. Very pleasant night weather-wise. Temperature at game time was 77. It's dropped a little by now, but not that much. And the weatherman promises some 80s, mid-80s for tomorrow and Saturday. While they're checking the replay, which is somewhere around the Western Kentucky dugout. Hartman taking a few warm-up pitches. Rogers call safe on the stolen base attempt. That's the second replay we've had on a play at second base, and those plays are bang-bang plays. They're usually very close. So we'll wait and see. Oh, I've got some baseball history stuff I brought along for April the 17th. And let's see what happened on this day. 1976, April 17th, Mike Schmidt of the Phillies hits 4 consecutive home runs and then adds a single as the Phillies beat the Cubs 18-6 in 10 innings. Must have been a big 10th inning. Schmidt was hitting only 167 going into the game. He connected twice off Rick Russell, one off Paul Russell, Rick's brother, and one off Mike Garman. Drove in 8 runs in that game. That was in April 17th, 1976. 1983, Nolan Ryan struck out 7 as Houston beat the Expos 6-3 and became only the second pitcher to record 3,500 career strikeouts. That happened in 1983. And the call at second is upheld. The runner is safe. And for you Braves fans, after 10 straight losses to open the season, the Braves win their first game of the season over the Dodgers 3-1. That was not this year now. That was 1988. So there's still hope. Braves fans. All right, we got a count of 1 strike to Cooper Clapp, a runner at second. And Hartman's pitch is swung on and missed, strike 2. Right-hander comes set, and a ball hit sharply. Second baseman makes a one-hand step, knocks it down, but can't make a play. And over to third goes Rogers. Clapp is safe at first. I think they'll give him a hit on that. It was hit very sharply. Second baseman got the glove on it. So that's the third hit off Hartman. So runners at first and third with 2 outs, and Eston Snyder the batter. Snyder had an infield hit in the 5th inning. Takes the pitch, strike called outside corner. 0-1. Center fielder pulled over into left center. A lot of hitting room out in right center field. Pitch. Fly ball left field. That one's deep. That was back near the bullpen wall, and that one is off the wall. One run has scored. Clapp will be held at third, and Snyder has a double. And a run batted in. Eston almost got this ball out of the park, almost hit it into the Western bullpen. It was off the wall. So the Raiders regain the lead at 5-4. Clapp was held at third, and that was a good thing because they had a very good relay into the infield. Batter's Badalak takes the pitch high for ball one. Hit number 4, run number 2 off Hartman. Swing and a miss, 1 ball, 1 strike. Second and third. 2 outs. There's a pitch low. 2 balls and a strike. Raiders trying to add on here. Pitch comes inside to Clay, backs him away. 3-1. Got Clapp at third, Snyder at second. 2 outs. 1 run has scored here in the 5th. Raiders lead it 5-4. There's a strike, and the count will go full at 3-2. Hartman with a 3-2 pitch coming. Badalak hits it sharply foul down the first base line, out of play. Count holds. Two runners in scoring position with 2 outs. Badalak hits a fly ball into right center. Both outfielders after it, and the center fielder, Weideman, will come up with the catch for out number 3. So that is all in the 6th. But the Raiders come up with a run on 2 hits. There was an error, and 2 men left on base. So we will go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's been a tight one. Middle Tennessee 5, Western Kentucky 4. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
So Will Jenkins, who took over the pitching duties in the bottom of the 5th, got the last out, will face the bottom 3 of the Western Kentucky batting order. Thomas Marcella will lead off. The DH has struck out and singled. The left-handed hitter against the right-hander, Will Jenkins. And his first pitch is inside for ball 1. Marsala, native of Monroe, Louisiana. There's a swing and a fly down the left field line. That is going to be a foul ball and out of play. So he took it the opposite way, but foul. And the count will go to 1-1. Jenkins' pitch just missed. Must have been a little inside. Ball two. 2 balls and a strike. Jenkins throws a cutter. That may have been it right there. Swing and a miss. 2-2. I've never really mastered the art of identifying some of these pitches. Cutter is a cut fastball that moves, and a swing and a miss, and he popped the mid on that one. Strike 3. That's 1 out in the 6th inning. Batter is the shortstop, Reed Howard. He walked and scored in the 2nd and popped out in the 4th. Howard, the freshman from Indiana, played for his dad in high school. Hits it high in the air into left field. Keaton Ray, almost in his tracks, will take that fly ball for out number 2. So Howard flies out on the first pitch. And with 2 outs, the batter is Austin Haller. And this guy's just been a pest for the Raiders tonight. He's had 2 hits. He drove in all 3 runs in the 2nd inning with a bases loaded double, and then had a single in the 6th inning. So he's 2 for 2. Takes the pitch high for ball 1. Will Jenkins on in relief. Colin Kerrigan. This is Jenkins' game now. As Kerrigan went 4 2/3. So Jenkins protecting a 1-run lead here in the 6th inning. The pitch. Strike caught the inside corner, 2-1. Right-hander delivers. That's right in there. Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Raiders leading at 5-4 as we play in the 6th inning. Jenkins with the pitch. Struck him out swinging. And that will end the 6th inning. That's a 1-2-3 inning for Will Jenkins and the Raiders. Nothing across in the 6th. So we have played 6 full innings. Middle Tennessee 5, Western Kentucky 4. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Ben Wagner.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the MTSU Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Reese Smith Jr. Field. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member service. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit www.mtemc.com to learn more. And that scoreboard, light it up, Blue Raiders.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
And we move to the 7th inning. Raiders leading 5-4. Brett Von Dolan will lead it off. Lucas Hartman is on for his third inning. The Raiders have picked up a run off Hartman in each of the 2 innings that he has worked and have 4 hits off this right-hander. Von Dolan struck out in the 5th, flat out in the 3rd, but in the 1st he struck a 2-run homer. Check swing and the pitch low for ball 1. That home run in the 1st was Von Dolan's 15th of the season. There's a strike. It's 1-1. Hartman throws hard. I've not spotted a radar screen out there on the scoreboard yet. Strike caught the outside corner, 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. Von Dolan down on strikes for the 2nd time in the game. Strikeout number 3 for Hartman. And with 1 out, the batter is Tyler Minnick. Doubled and drove in a run in the 5th inning. Minnick 1 for 3. Off-speed pitch, you got it in there for a strike, 0-1. Pitch is swung on, fouled. Where is it? Back behind the plate. Catcher off with a mask, drops it. He was in trouble because he got a late jump on it. I don't think he knew where the ball was. The pitcher was charging in. He could see it better. So he was probably trying to help maneuver catcher Ross into position, but he couldn't handle it. So it's strike 2. Minnick has a new life, and fouls this one out of play. So we're on the highway. One out in the 7th. Raiders leading 5-4. Ground ball left side. Shortstop, big hop. Throw to first in time. 2 up and 2 down here in the 7th. Keaton Ray will stand in. He has an 0 for 3 game. Slide out, struck out, and popped out to the shortstop. Bases empty, 2 outs. Ray takes a strike, 0-1. Strike 2 called. Took a little off. Probably come back with a hard fastball. 2 strikes the count. He does, and Keaton strokes it into center field for a base hit. That's first hit for Keaton Ray tonight. Sharp single to center, the 5th hit Hartman has given up since coming in. And with 2 outs, the batter is Matt Wolf. Matt looking for his first hit tonight. He has scored a run. Throw over to first, the runner back. Pitch is in for a strike, 0-1 to Wolf. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Hartman out in front. 2 strikes. Pitch is low and outside. Count goes to 1-2. Raiders have scored a run in each of the last 2 innings. They've taken a 5-4 lead. Throw to first. Ray gets back in there. Another throw to first. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes to Matt Wolf. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. That is all in the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. It is Middle Tennessee 5, Western Kentucky 4. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, this is Tim Page with Exit Realty Bob Lamb and Associates. Are you on the fence about selling your home? Feel overwhelmed at the thought of purchasing a new home? Well, it's time to get moving. For professional, personal real estate services, give me a call today and put me to work for you. 615-896-5656, or you can reach me at exitmurfreesboro.com. Let's go Blue, and I'll see you at the game.
Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
And we'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Fans here have enjoyed their 7th inning stretch, as did I. Will Jenkins will be on. And the top of the batting order for Western Kentucky. This is Servo, the left fielder. That wind has died down a bit since the game started. It had been gusting up to 20 miles an hour at times out of the southeast, but it's backed off here once we got into the later innings. There's a bunt, and that's going to be tough to handle, and that will be an infield hit for Servo. Bunted down to third baseline. So that will start the 7th inning. First hit off Will Jenkins is a bunt single. Runner at first. No outs. Here is Vasquez, the third baseman. Has a single in 3 trips. All of these runners are a threat to steal. Servo has 7 stolen bases this season. Jenkins with the pitch. Swung on, fouled out of play. 1 strike to count. Vasquez is flied out, grounded out, and singled. Runner leads at first. The pitch. Hit down the right field line, curving. That's going to be a foul ball. That'll be out of play. Back near the that picnic area they have down there. And the count will be 2 strikes. Raider infield double play depth. Not had a double play turn tonight by either team. Jenkins throws over to first, runner back. Jenkins with the pitch. Missed inside, 1-2. Seventh inning, Raiders leading 5-4. And the pitch. Ground ball, foul past third. Let me have you folks listening tonight, wherever you might be. One ball, two strikes to Vasquez, right-handed hitter. Runner goes, the pitch is high, throw to second. I believe he's out. He is OUT at second. And don't have to review that one. Cooper Clapp put the tag on. That's a 2-4 put out. That's out number one here in the seventh inning. The count 2-2 on Vasquez. Jenkins winds and fires. Check swing. No appeal. 3-2. So payoff pitch coming to Vasquez, and here it is. And it's a little tap down the third baseline. Badalak tried to backhand it, couldn't pick it up. That's going to be an infield hit. It would have been a tough out at first had he picked it up clean. Pitcher Will Jenkins stumbled and went down, and he was also going after the ball. So give Vasquez an in. That's the second infield hit in the inning, but due to the player thrown out trying to steal, it's just one man on. That's the second hit off Jenkins, both infield hits. Trainer's out along with Coach Myers to check on Will Jenkins to see if he's okay. He came off the mound and going for that loose ball, he hit the turf. They're going to let him throw a pitch or two, see if he's okay. So Jenkins under the watchful eye of Coach Myers and our trainer, and the home plate umpire also out there. So everybody's satisfied, and Jenkins can continue. The batter will be Weideman. Has struck out and safe on a fielder's choice and has singled. Weideman, leading hitter on this team at .434 coming into this game. 1 on, 1 out in the seventh. Jenkins with the pitch. Ground ball to second. Clapp goes to Wolf. Out there. Throw to first. That's a double play, and it's hard to double up that guy. He is a fast runner. That's a 4.63. Double play, the pitcher's best friend. And that's going to be all in the seventh. No runs, 2 hits, and nobody left. We have completed 7 full innings Middle Tennessee 5, Western Kentucky 4. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
And we go to the 8th inning with the Raiders leading 5-4. Bottom third of the order, it'll be Rogers, Miller, and Clapp to face the right-hander Lucas Hartman, who will be starting his 4th inning. He's the third pitcher used by the Hilltoppers tonight. This pitch is inside for ball 1 to Brett Rogers, who has doubled, struck out, and been safe on an error. Ground ball right at the second baseman, backhanded by Haller, and over to first. That is out number 1 in the 8th. Rogers grounds out, second to first. And with 1 out, the batter is Hayden Miller. Raider first baseman has a double in 3 trips. Swinging a foul tip. Hartman struck him out in the 6th inning. 1 strike to count to Miller. 1 out. Ground ball to third. Vasquez gloves it. Over to first in time. And that is out number 2. Couple of ground balled outs here in the 8th inning. Cooper Clapp will be the batter. Had a hard single off the second baseman's glove in the 6th inning. He's also walked and struck out tonight. Swing and a miss, strike 1. His second time to face Hartman. Swinging a foul down, and that's in that picnic area down the right field line. Bounces out and then goes over on the highway. 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So that's going to be all in the 8th. The Raiders go down quietly, 3 up, 3 down. 4th strikeout for Hartman. So we will go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's Middle Tennessee 5, Western Kentucky 4. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Hey Blue Raider fans, this is Brad Hopkins with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates. Winning in real estate is a lot like football. Good coaching and recruiting a great team are the keys. I put together a team of lenders, inspectors, and home professionals to help you succeed. Let me coach you through this process and make sure you come out a winner. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, I am here to help you win. Visit BradHopkinsHomes.com or call 615-556-9239 to find out more.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
We'll go to the 8th inning. It will be Lozama. Lozama against Will Jenkins. Pitch is outside, ball one. Zama's not faced Jenkins. He had a walk, a foul ball, and a sacrifice bunt against Colin Kerrigan. Count 2-0 now. Jenkins with the pitch. Strike on the inside corner, 2 balls and a strike. Lozama, Hayes, and Ross, the 4, 5, 6 hitters, scheduled here in the 8th inning for the Hilltoppers. Swing and a miss, strike 2. The count goes 2-2. This will be Will Jenkins. Actually, his 4th inning. Pitches low, 3-2. Got 1 out in the 5th. Pitched the 6th, the 7th. Full count now, 3-2. Swung on, fouled out of play. The count holds. Some of the crowd is thinned out here, but most everybody's sticking around. This has been a good, well-played ball game. Ball driven into left center field. Snyder on a long run, reaches up and makes a running catch in left center. And that So we are in the bottom of the 8th inning. We lost power there for a couple of minutes. There are 2 outs. Western Kentucky has tied the game on a solo home run by Kyle Hayes over the right center field wall. So with 2 outs, the batter is Marcella. Has a count of 3 balls, no strikes. Facing Will Jenkins, and the pitch is a strike, 3-1. Well, we missed the home run by Hayes. And that's second we've had tonight. Von Dolan hit one earlier for the Raiders. There's a foul off by the Raider dugout. 3-2 the count. So 2 outs, base is empty, and a ball hit to deep right center field, and that one is out. That's a home run for Marcella. So all of a sudden, 2 home runs in the 8th inning. And Western Kentucky has taken the lead. So it is 6-5 Western. The batter is Howard, the shortstop, who's 0 for 2. Strike called. So 2 home runs off Will Jenkins, who had pitched really well going into this 8th inning. Both solo homers. There's a ball hit high in the air. Miller coming in, foul ground, and drops it. That'll be a strike on the foul ball, but that ball should have been caught. I don't know if he lost it in the lights. The wind is not that much of a factor right now. So the count will be strike 2 to Howard. Two outs in the inning, 2 runs in. And a foul ball out of play. Western leading 6-5. Raiders will have the top of the batting order in the 9th. There's a ball hit into shallow left center. That's going to drop in for a hit. And Howard, after that foul pop-up was dropped, gets a new life and gets a hit. This is Haller, who has 2 singles and is struck out. Coach Myers coming out now, and we'll go for another pitcher, I think. So we're going to have a pitching change here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning, and now the Raiders trailing 6-5. We'll send it back, take a 1-minute break, back to tell you about our new pitcher when we come back. You're on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Hey, Blue Raider fans, we know life comes at you fast, but with the right insurance, you'll always be covered. Whether it's home, auto, or life insurance, your local State Farm agent, Trevor Haggard, former MTSU baseball player, is here to help you protect what matters most. Give him a call at 615-203-5522 and find the right plan for you. Like a good neighbor, State Farm and Trevor Haggard are here to help. 615-203-5522.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
So the Raiders make a pitching change here in the 8th inning as left-hander Cole Torbett will come in. Will Jenkins had been sailing along pretty well. He had not allowed a run and only 2 infield hits since coming in the 5th inning, but with 1 out, Kyle Hayes homered over the right field wall, and 1 batter later, Marcella hit one almost in the same place. So solo home runs, 2 of them have put Western Kentucky ahead 6-5. So Torbett is on. He will face the number 9 hitter, Austin Haller. So it'll be a lefty-lefty matchup. Haller with a double and a single in 3 trips. And the pitch to the plate, low for ball 1. Inning would be over but for the dropped foul ball. Now the plate umpire comes out. I don't know what that was all about. I think the batter may have asked for time and stepped out. They restart the pitch clock. 1 ball, no strikes. And Torbett throws to first, runner back. Umpire going through all kinds of hand signals down there. I don't know what's going on. Whatever it is, they reset the pitch clock again. Torbett with the pitch. That's in for a strike. 1-1. Torbett started the first game of the series last year against Western. Lasted only an inning and 2/3. Strike on the outside corner, 1-2. That was a game the Raiders won 16-9. The game that Brett Bondolan hit 2 grand slam home runs in. That runner's edging off. Oh, good throw might have had him. The throw to first pulled Miller off toward the home plate side. So Howard taking a very liberal lead over there. Pitch is fouled out of play, and the count remains 1-2. Long look by Torbett. The pitch. Runner goes. He's going to get in there. That was almost a delayed steal. That pitch just missed the strike zone. It, in fact, looked good from up here. It's 2-2 the count now. That's a stolen base for Howard. Torbett with the pitch. It's high. Oh, the count was 3-2, so that's ball 4. And the top of the batting order now with 2 outs. Runners at first and second. This is Servo, the leadoff hitter, has 1 hit in 4 trips at that bunt single in the 7th inning. And we're going to have another pitcher coming in. So we're going to take another break while our 4th pitcher of the game will come in from the bullpen. You're listening to Middle Tennessee Baseball from Van Wagner.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net. Will Fraley, attorney at law, has experience you can count on. Former Blue Raider baseball player and MTSU alum Will Fraley serves Murfreesboro and the surrounding communities. Put a strong and experienced legal fighter on your case. Give Will Fraley a call and he can handle all of your legal matters, including criminal and domestic or family law. Visit willfraleylaw.com or call 615-410-7290.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
The pitcher for the Raiders is Landon Birch. He'll come in with 2 outs in the 8th inning, runners at first and second. So Torbett pitches to only 1 batter, Haller, and walked him. The runner at second, Howard, is still the responsibility of Will Jenkins. And Western Kentucky leading 6-5. 2 outs in the 8th inning. So here's Servo. Right-handed batter. Facing the right-hander Landon Birch. And a pitch. Strike caught the outside corner. 0-1. Birch comes set. Pitch is a bit high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Vasquez, the on-deck hitter. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. The Raiders in the 9th will have the top of the batting order. And I'm sure we'll see a fresh pitcher. One ball, 2 strikes. Birch with the pitch. High, inside, ball 2. 2-2. This has been a back and forth game. Well, they've called a balk, I think, or a pitch count. I don't know what they call. The runners, they're going to send the runners to second and third. This happened earlier in the game. Count is 2-2. Two out now. Well, they keep it 2-2. Second and third with 2 outs. And the pitch. Ground ball, base hit. Both runs will score. As the throw comes back in, that's a 2-run single for Servo. In between third and short into left field. Scoring Howard and Haller. Make it 8-5. There's batter is Vasquez. One of those runs charged to Jenkins, the other to Torbett. Swing and a miss, strike one, and had he not moved the runners over to second and third, only one of those runs would have scored. So I don't know if he called a balk. It appeared that's what it was. The pitch outside, 1-1. Well, that just made the Raiders' task even harder. One ball, one strike. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. Servo with that run-scoring single. 2-run single. The runner at first. And a 1-2 count. Runner goes, a shot. That is a nice play by Badalak. Throw to first. Miller can't come up with it. Badalak made a nice stop on a hot shot down the third baseline. He had to move toward the foul line and backhanded, and his throw to first on one hop was not handled. And they're going to charge a throwing error to Badalak. That's a tough error. Had Miller been able to handle it, that would have been the third out. So runners at first and second with 2 outs, and the 9th man to bat here in the 8th inning is Ryan Weideman. Has one hit in the game. It was a 5th inning single. Runners first and second, 2 outs. And the pitch. Outside, ball one. Birch comes set and delivers a swing and a miss, 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery, swung and a foul off the screen over near the Blue Raider dugout. So the count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes to Weideman. So the Raiders have seen a 5-4 lead vanish. Or was it 6-5? No, it's 5-4 going into this inning. 3 runs have scored, so it's 4 runs have scored, so it's 8-5. Ground ball. Third baseman picks it up and safe at second. That was a high chopper, turf, got a turf hop. Badalak charging, picked it up and tried to get the out at second, but it was late. And now the umpires are going to confer. Now they're going to go take a look at this one. So this is the third time we've had a stoppage of play for a review. That was a close play at second, and all of the plays involved have been at second base. So we'll review the inning for you. I know we went off the air momentarily. We had a power problem here in the press box. We're able to get that resolved. But the inning started on a fly out to center field by Lazama. Kyle Hayes homered over the wall in right center. That tied the game at 5-5. Ross made an out, and that was while I was trying to get us back on the air. I don't know what he did, but that was the second out. And then Masala followed, and that runner is safe at second. Marsala followed with another solo home run. That put Western up 6-5. And then a base hit by Howard. Stole second. A walk to Haller. Both runners moved up. We think on a balk call, and Servo drove them in with a single. That made it 8-5, and now the bases are going to be loaded. That's going to be a fielder's choice for Weideman. And the 10th man in the inning will be Lazama, who led off the inning by flying out. Coach Myers out to the mound for a word, but no pitching change here. So Lazama, their cleanup hitter, who is 0 for 2 with a walk and a sacrifice tonight, will step in. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Birch with the pitch. That's in for a strike. Here's the 1-strike pitch, and that's into the turf, gets away, and a run's going to score. That'll be a wild pitch. And Servo, the runner at third, comes in to score on the wild pitch. Other two advance. Count will go to 1-1. Let's see, that run will be charged to. That'll be Birch's run. So it's down 9-5. It's just swung on, fouled out of play. The count will go to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Lazama. Runner second and third, 2 outs. And the pitch to the plate. Ground ball back to the mound. And the pitcher will tag him out on the way to the dugout. So that is going to be all. 10 men come to the plate. They score 5 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. 5 hits. There was an error in there and 2 men left on base. We'll go to the 9th. It is now Western Kentucky 9, Middle Tennessee 5. Top of the batting order coming up for the Raiders. You're listening to Blue Raider Baseball from Ben Wagner.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
As we go to the 9th inning, a new pitcher for Western Kentucky will be the 4th pitcher for the Hilltoppers tonight. And it is Cal Higgins making his 14th appearance. Apparently he is their closer. He's got 5 saves. 0-1 with a 1.57 earned run average. 23 innings, he's allowed 15 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, walked 5, struck out 29. Has allowed 1 home run. Opponents are hitting 185 against this left-hander, Higgins. He is 6'4", 245, a senior from Nebraska, Kearney, Nebraska. Here's Snyder. Eston with 2 hits tonight, single and a double. And Higgins with the pitch, swung on, fouled out of play, strike 1. Snyder, Badalak, and Von Dolan here in the top of the 9th. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Raiders carried a 5-4 lead into the bottom of the 8th. But a 5-run outburst that was highlighted by 2 solo home runs and then a bunch of small ball. There's a strike, 1-2. And struck him out swinging. Snyder goes down on strikes for out number 1. This guy's got a little giddy up with that fastball. Here's Badalak, who has flied out to the outfield 4 times, 3 times to center field, once to left. Takes the pitch for a strike, 0-1. Comes high for a ball, 1 strike. Swung on, and Badlag just stuck the bat out, poked it in the left field for a base hit. Nice job of hitting. So with 1 out, a runner at first, the batter is Brett Bondolan. That's the Raiders' 9th hit. Bondolan swings and fouls it out into the highway. 1 strike. Runner at first, 1 out. We're in the 9th. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Left-hander comes set and delivers. Inside again, ball 2. When he comes set and he has his left foot on the third base side of the rubber, he turns his front leg and he's almost got his back to the batter. You can see, you can read his number. There's a ball hit into right center field. That one is going to be caught by the right fielder. Pretty well struck. But it was Lozano over to make the catch for out number 2. So with 2 outs, the batter is Tyler Minnick. Represents the final hope for the Raiders here in the 9th inning, who trail by 4. Pitch is high for a ball. Tyler's had a double in 4 trips tonight. Ground ball up the middle. Second baseman behind the bag will tag second base for the force, and that will end the ball game. Minnick hit it right back up the middle, but the second baseman was playing toward the bag and was able to glove it and beat Minnick to the base. That's all in the 9th. No runs, a hit, 1 left. And Western Kentucky wins the game by a score of 9-5. We will have the final totals coming up. Stay with us. Our post-game show coming away next. We're going to take 2 minutes here, and then we'll come back with our post-game show on the Blue Raider Network from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
The Blue Raiders are winners in the classroom, on the field, and the courts. Richard Lewis here. I want you to win in real estate also. Buying, selling, auction here in Tennessee, or along the Gulf Coast, a second home, or investing. Give me a call to help start that winning process. 615-319-9981. Oh, I'm never too busy for your referrals. Richard Lewis, Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
Today's game is in the books, and it's time to recap the action in the Blue Raider postgame show. Today's broadcast on the Blue Raider Network has been brought to you in part by Will Fraley, attorney at law, and by Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. Let's head to the ballpark for today's Blue Raider postgame show.
Well, I wish we had better news for you on our postgame show tonight, but the Raiders fall to Western Kentucky 9-5 in a game that Middle Tennessee led most of the way till the bottom of the eighth inning, when a pair of solo home runs put Western Kentucky ahead, and then they were able to add on 3 more runs in that inning for a 9-5 win. It's Western Kentucky is now 32-6, 10-3 in the conference. The Raiders fall to 17-21, 3-10 in conference play. Final line score for Western Kentucky: 9 runs, 13 hits. They committed 2 errors, left 7 men on base. And for the Blue Raiders, 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error, and they left 8 runners on base. Raiders went out ahead in the first inning on a 2-run homer by Brett Von Dolan. Added another run in the second and led 3-0, but Raiders starter Colin Kerrigan walked 3 batters in the second inning, and they all scored on a base clearing double to tie the game at 3-3. Raiders went up 4-3 in the fifth. Western tied it in the bottom of the inning. Raiders went up 5-4 in the sixth inning, and Western was not able to score there. So it was a 5-4 game going into the bottom of the eighth inning when they scored those 3 runs. Jay Standridge down on the field with Coach Myers.
Obviously, it was just happened. Disappointing. Our guys are definitely feel like we had an opportunity there, and wasn't necessarily letting it a deal where we let it slip away. It was just they put some balls in play. They were a little bit fortuitous. They had a couple opportunities to extend innings, and they did that. They scored in 3 innings, and one was a 3 and one was a 5 spot. We scored in 4, and they stayed out of the big inning, and that was what was the difference in the ball game. Playing damage control somewhere in there, getting a pitch, or putting one more guy away in there. One of them, I think, a few runs late there, were scored with 2 outs, and can't fault our guys. Came out ready to compete, knocked their starter out, had a good game plan, and close ball game, back and forth, and they took the lead, we took it back, and weren't able to close it out.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right.
Thank you, Jace. Thanks to Coach Myers. That's a pretty tough interview. It's kind of like last Saturday when the Raiders blew that lead late in the game. Same thing tonight as Western Kentucky scores 5 in the 8th inning and will come back to win the game by a score of 9-5. We gave you the line score For the winning pitcher was Hartman. For Western, he goes 4 innings, gives up 2 runs, 1 earned on 5 hits. He gets the win. And Will Jenkins, who came in and pitched really 2 1/3 pretty good innings, but they got to him in the 8th inning, those 2 solo home runs. So he gives up 3 runs on 5 hits in 3 innings, and he takes the loss. His record now 2-4. Time of the game was 3 hours and 14 minutes. So we'd like to thank all of you for joining us. Wish we had better news to send back home, but we'll do it again tomorrow. Game 2 of the series will be at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We'll be on the air with our pregame show at 2:45. Hopefully, John Calla will be back with us for the broadcast tomorrow. So that's going to wrap it up from Bowling Green. Thanks to all the folks up here, especially for helping me get back on the air after a little outage in the 8th inning when all that was happening. Western, by the way, is now 23-0, undefeated on their home field this season. So that's going to wrap it up. Our studio producers have been Connor Haynes, and until tomorrow, this is Dick Palmer. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow with more Blue Raider baseball. Wishing you the pleasant good evening from the ballpark.
Thanks for listening to today's Middle Tennessee State University baseball game. Today's game has been produced by Van Wagner College through the facilities of WGNS Radio. The content of today's game is owned by Van Wagner College and the Blue Raider Network and may not be reproduced without express written permission of Middle Tennessee State University and Van Wagner College. Be sure to join us next time for more Middle Tennessee baseball here on the Blue Raider Network.